What's good, everybody? This is Kimmy, and I'm back with my tea of the day. Welcome to episode 56, Q56, and just thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for telling a friend. Just keep on putting this out in the atmosphere. So, of course, I had to come back, and my one and only, my wife, she dropped another visual album, per usual, and this one is called Black is King, a film by Beyonce. Not a visual album, not this, not a film by Beyonce. So, my wife is making films now. Like, she's on a completely other level, and I'm so here for it. I'm so proud of her. And if you haven't listened to the Gift album, I'm gonna need for you to. It's not too late. Even though it came out a year ago, it's not too late. That's why she wanted to revisit this, because this is needed. This is important. This is for us. An artist don't have to. She does not have to do this for us, but she's doing this for us, and we need to stop playing in her face. So let's just get into this whole album. Let's get into these visuals, these concepts. Her mind is out of this motherfucking world. Like, she surprises me every time that she puts something out. Cause I just feel like she's really, there's no competition anymore. Like, for a while now, there's just no one in her lane. Cause she just keep on outdoing herself, and it's just like, how did you think of that? How did you put A and B together to make C? Cause I'm confused. I'm trying to do that, but it ain't working so well. So, Black is King. My first thought to Black is King is the elegance, the excellence, and the money Black people can obtain. And the culture of Africa. Because all we hear is from Africa that Africa is poor. Africa is this, Africa is that. But there's many different aspects of Africa. And they never show you the good aspects. They never show you the good side where Africans can have money. Africans can have jungles. They can have lavish, humongous homes. They don't show that. And I'm happy that Beyonce purposely depicted that. Purposely depicted the aspect of my Black is beautiful. And if you don't like it, it's okay. It's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be present. I'm still going to be making my motherfucking coins. And you could just be mad about it. And I was here for that. So really, let's get into the first shot after Disney came out. Like, it was a movie. Like, you put Disney logo, I felt like I was watching a Disney movie. And I was here for it. Then the first few shots were just beautiful Black people. Old and young, different shades, different sizes. You know how to shoot a Black person. And not a lot of people know how to shoot a Black person to really get our richness in our skin. And just our excellence and elegance. Nothing but Black people, beautiful Black people, just panning around in Africa, just being themselves, just being Black. And that was amazing. It was an amazing shot to start off with. And then we get into it zooming into you. Your first shot was just, I'm here. And I love how you was in a white dress. Slit all the way, with a slit all the way up. And just looking so angelic and godlike. Yeah. And then when you started walking on the beach before Bigger came on, and I love how you really recreated Bigger. You still put some aspects of the old video in there, but this was a whole new video. This was a whole new story. This was a whole new gig. And you gave us everything. The way you was just walking with Sir. I want to say Sir. It could be a pop baby, but I want to just say you was walking on the beach with Sir, and how you did like how a lot of African, like in Africa, I derived from Africa, like you know how, well, like a lot of people would bathe within a bowl, within like a big bowl that you would get from the river, and then how she started cleaning off her baby's feet with the other mothers. That was just so precious to me. That it's just beautiful. Like, how dare you say that she didn't do her homework? You can't. Because the pieces in the pudding. So then we get into Bigger, and vocally, we already know her vocals on Bigger. But I felt like these was just even more enriched and just, ooh. She gave me what I needed. Just to start it off like that. Yeah, that was it. And then we get into Finding Your Way Back. Baby, the way they were like fireworks, there was like he was on a galaxy, these sparkly cat suits that you had on, the white dress you had on, the different hairstyles that you had on, and Find Your Way Back. And then Sis said, you know what? I'm going to use the aspect of body paint because that is so influential in the African culture that I have to do this. And I was so happy that you actually went there and you did the body paint. And she was low-key holding the sun in there. Like the actual sun. Like her vision is just so... I can't. But if you haven't noticed, from Bigger to Find Your Way Back, she's telling the story in her eyes of the Lion King. She's doing it step by step. Step by step. Like she's legitimately made a whole new movie through the Lion King, through her eyes of the Lion King, with actual people. This boy who's trying to find his way, who doesn't notice his kingdom shit. As of yet, he doesn't know his rightness. He doesn't know who he is. So he's growing up in this world, trying to figure out his place in this world. Magical. And then of course you have a few quotes I liked, but this was like right in the beginning of Don't Tell Us Me. I love life is a set of choices. Lead it or let it astray. Follow your light or lose it. And in this aspect, this young kid named Simba, he lost his way. And he doesn't know who he is. Now he has to go on the transition of finding out who he is. And we've all been there. We've all been lost at certain points in time in our life where we didn't know who we were, we didn't know how excellent we were, we didn't know the magic in our blackness and the richness in our skin. And just the undoubted poppiness that we have, that we hold. So we get into and then Don't Jealous Me, there's this fine dark skin, a counter complexion woman just killing it with this like feathery red dress. And it was red for a reason. I don't really know the reason, but it was red for a reason. And she was just killing it. And it was just amazing to see. And then we get into the hyenas aspect, where they're in the jungle and they're surrounding Simba. Also aspect, like within the world, like where we in a room and we might feel like we don't know who we are, we don't feel like we belong here. Or different aspects of different rooms that you may come across, that you may have to walk through, but you don't feel like you belong there. You don't know who you are. You see all these wonderful people there, but you're still thinking, why am I here though? Because you still haven't seen that excellence. You still haven't stepped into your excellence and make sure that you're happy. Then we got into the Nile, baby. The Nile was everything. She came out with the rose bed, all white mask. The way that they creatively did that, like she was going to the Nile, she was going to the funeral. It was just amazing. The only thing I needed from the Nile that I did not get was definitely Kendrick. I'm confused where you were, sir. And this time period, because it took a year to make. I'm pretty sure you was not busy for a whole year. However, yeah, that's what I needed. But just the excellence, just the elegance, and just how pretty the atmosphere was. Just visually looking at the Nile, just the water, just her ass, just the rose bed, the white outfits. It was just what you wouldn't have expected, but so beautiful. And then we get into, after the Nile, we get into Move Forever. You already know that. You already know Move Forever. Is the soundtrack and the basically recreation of Hakuna Matata. Our reigns and daughters, our sons of empires. Hakuna Matata. Same aspect, same melody. So, in all actuality, Beyonce and Mr. Jay-Z, Mr. Carter, was definitely playing, like, I would say Beyonce was like the angelic, godlike aspect, and she was still the aspect of Simba and Simone. And I love how they recreated that aspect. But Move Forever, it gave me everything I needed. It gave me every fucking thing I needed. Visually, I was like, I was glued. Like, you have white butlers to start it off. let's go there. Yes, we are black and we have white butlers. Why is that a problem? It's never a problem when white individuals have black butlers, is it? Because we consistently see that put out in the atmosphere, in movies, in TV shows. But you never see a white butler to a black person. They don't see that part. But it's there. We know it's there. We know it exists. So let's put that out. So let's put that on the big screen to show you that you can get there. The cheetah outfits, which was walking to the car, gave me Kitty Cat. It gave me the recreation of Kitty Cat vibes, and I'm so here for it. Just how full I felt after looking at that. And then the robe, which was in the robe at the table, it definitely gave me partition vibes. And I was here for it. Like, I felt like she was like low-key trying to recreate stuff, but not recreate stuff. And it was dope how little Simba and Jay was wearing the same chain And when Jay was not on the screen, little Simba was rapping his rhymes. That was dope. And that was important and needed to see for the culture. And it was just showing how black people, like, can be rich. Like, there are rich black people out there. We're not all struggling, we're not all here, we're not all that. It was just not necessarily showing how much money they got, but it was just showing that black people can do this. Like, you can do this. You can make your own graph, you can make your own lane, and you can get what you need to get to that bag. And I really felt it wonderful and thrilling to see them playing human chess. And we all know, like, that whole aspect of chess is to protect your king at all costs. And by them demonstrating the human chess aspect of protecting your king at all costs was so influential, was so... it was needed. And it was just so different, because you don't see that. And yeah, you don't see that. And that's the problem. And then it was so wonderful and great to see Big Mama Tina and Kelly sitting at the table having tea time. And then you add with the synchronized swimmers. Because we already know there's a stigma of black people can't swim. Black people is not in the swimming aspects. And to see those wonderful black women just dive in that pool and make circles and swim and do all this wonderful, elaborate, sexy shit was just everything for me. It was fulfilling, and it was something that needed to be done. And then, of course, we get into the Hyra. And this was a cute video. We made her entrance, but she wasn't really in the video. It wasn't for her. So the car scene, which she was just getting it in the car. She was fucking shit up with her dancing in the car, what have you. And there was a lovely quote that came in here as well. To live without reflection for so long might make you wonder, do you even exist? And I know I can't be the only one who sometimes just feel like, do I even exist? Like, do I really reflect on myself enough? Do I really do my homework to become a better person? Or do I just expect shit to just be better? Because it doesn't work like that. Trust me, I know, I tried it, and yeah, you really need to really self-reflect. So you feel your importance, you feel like you belong here, you feel like I do exist, I am important, I am needed. And then we get into, this is where she fucks shit up. And I know you know where I'm about to go with this. This is the first video that leaked on YouTube. And when I say already, was already one of my favorite top 3 on the gift for me. Just the beat, just the afroness, just, it's a beautiful song, like. And for her to bring back the body paint, for her to be dancing on the box, the way she danced on the box, the way she fucked it up on her box, like, y'all can never say that she's underrated. Where? Where is she underrated? She's not copying and pasting Africa in Atlanta or LA. Like, she didn't bring Africa to LA. She went to the motherland. She traveled the world. She did her homework. And using the aspect of boxes is a part of the African tradition. And however you look at it, it was visually stunning to see. and the way she was fucking it up, and then when she took out her tongue, because she knew she was that girl, she knew she was fucking it up. I was there for it. Like, and then when she had on this leather type aspect, type bodysuit, and she was on her bike with her long braids, like, details. Simple details. It's just like, I can't. When she would just work around on the bike, I was there for it. And at the end of already, they waved the African flag. It was a humongous African flag in the crowd, and they was waving it through the crowd, and that was wonderful to see. And then we get into water, and we get into the baskets on the head near the river, because that's where you get your water, that's where you get your fruit or whatever kind of aspect that you would need in daily life in Africa. You'll be near the water, you'll be near the trees and this, but you'll have your basket. And I love how she included the basket aspect of the African experience. And of course the bed of flowers again. And like the 50 inches of braids while you sitting on a long ass ladder just letting it flow. Like, who does that? How many hours did it take you to get that? Because that's out of this world. Visually, water was amazing. I love how Pharrell was there. He had his blue aspect, his blue like stage aspect right behind him. It was just visually great to see. And a quote that came from here: "We have always been wonderful. We were beautiful. We were beauty before they ever knew what beauty was." And that's true. Blacks have always been beautiful. Blacks have always been important. Blacks have always been a staple of the culture, and I think that's why a lot of people can't handle it. A lot of people feel a type of way about our blackness because we was here first. But there's comes a time where we lose our way and we forget how bomb and fuck, how important, how necessary we are as black people, because we're the one who started this shit. Why does that? And it was so amazing to see the mothers and daughters and just the parents playing numbers with their kids, because numbers is so important. It's just so, like, for me, like, I never played with my parents, but this whole aspect of numbers is just so important to see and to just demonstrate that importance of just being a kid, just being one, just having fun. And then we get into brown skin girls. And I knew this video was going to do something for me. I knew for a fact this was going to just visually be out of this world. That it was going to be so how can I describe this video? Let's get into it. So they do this like ballroom debutante type of scene because it makes it seem like black people aren't high class, don't celebrate culture, don't celebrate the upbringing and the becoming of young adults to adulthood. They just make it seem like white people do that. But no, black people's been here. Black people's been doing this. we've been elegant. We've been having elegant gowns. We've been having elegant hair. We've been having, like, this is us. And I'm happy she included that in this aspect. And then when the camera comes in, and this is B and Blue sitting, and Kelly on the floor. And then when you have these beautiful black chocolate women, all different shades, just living their life, just being one in their blackness, just embracing themselves and embracing each other, was wonderful to see. Because we know how hard that is in our own community, to embrace each other for being black, for being a woman, for being anything. And you had Lupita, you had Kelly, you had Naomi, and it's Kelly. You was motherfucking flawless. Like, you was motherfucking flawless. Like, I haven't seen you look that snatched and that good. That makeup was on point. It was just so natural. It was just so like, oh my gosh. And then when you and B had that moment, and y'all were just smiling at each other, y'all were singing to each other, and y'all hugged each other, that was just so special to me. Because it's the whole aspect of, we're both black, and of course we already know that darker skinned women have a harder time in any industry or just in general in life than light skinned women. And it was just so important, and it was needed to visually see that, because you don't see that. You don't see a lighter skinned black woman take the initiative to demonstrate that, to display that, to do that, be that one. To be like, yeah, I know that there's disparities. I know that for whatever reason, I'll have a hand up than you. So that I'm going to display your blackness. I'm going to display your chocolatey complexions. And how your complexions look like pearls. Like brown skin girls. I can't believe that this was not in anyone's movie yet. I can't believe it was not publicized the way it needed to be. Like this song right here is the song that changes a nation. It changes an outlook on everything. It is so abundantly needed and wanted, and people are yearning for this. And especially to grow up in a world like this, you don't see that many dark skinned people, and then you feel lost. But then you hear, oh my gosh, brown skin girl. This is gonna help you fall in love with yourself if you haven't already. Now we get into keys to the kingdom, and this showing of black weddings, black African weddings, the black culture and terms of weddings, and how it's just not a wedding, it's a celebration. It's just everyone just coming together to have a good old time, to put things aside. It's just joyful and happiness. And then we get into the other side, and this was about her miscarriage, but you'll see her on the other side. So after her miscarriage, she got Blue, she got the twins. She had to unfortunately go through the miscarriage or send her baby down the river in order to have them, in order to see that on the other side, in order to be okay. It was just a beautiful display of this blackness, beautifulness, and the river And to see how she switched from a dark dress when she was putting him down the river and picked him up in a white dress. So that was like the afterlife. Her mind. Like, details. I tell you, like, people don't pay attention to motherfucking details. So they'll give you some shit and it's like, huh? Why are they in a pink dress? I don't understand it. But she's in a white dress for a reason. She's in a black dress for a reason. Like, these are different reasons why she's in these different colors. And she's in different hairstyles for the different videos. It's for different reasons. Now we get into my power. And this is when she wasn't playing with the girls. This is when she was like, no, boo boo, I've been doing this. This is me. The way all of these women displayed their power, displayed the work ethic, their compassion, their passion for the arts, for the music, for the love of Africa, for the love of being black. Just the words, you'll never take my power. You'll never take that. It's just the whole aspect of, she was fucking that shit up. Like, Miss Nose Carter was fucking the shit up. And yeah, we know she can dance. We know she can do a little 1-2 step. We know she can do extreme choreography, but she was really fucking the shit up. And I was here for it. And the way Blue had on the same outfit, damn near, as Beyonce. And I kept panning back to both of them. But then everyone else who was involved in it, or the other wonderful females that was involved in it. And the color schemes, I don't know where they was in, but it was like a white background, a white theme, but then it was a different color theme. And this is when the fight happened. At the end. Well, the end of the movie when Scar and Simba fight for their kingdom, to become king, for their respect, for many different aspects. This is when it's happened during my power, because you'll never take my power. I know who the fuck I am now, and you're not gonna tell me who the fuck I am, because I know who I am. So at the end of the day, I'm coming for what's mine. And you can be mad about it, you can be upset, but I'm coming for what's mine. And the imagery showing that fight scene, showing this, showing that, was just wonderful to see. And then, of course, she ended off with spirits. And baby, damn that we did this too. And she added a whole choir of beautiful black people in tuxedos, no shirt on, just showing a little bit of skin. The voices was amazing. They was in purple, she was in yellow. She then go into her video of Spirit. Was just amazing. Like, it told the complete story of the Lion King. And it gave you a sense of pride, a sense of hope, a stitch of proud, being proud to be black. Because oftentimes we're told our black is not beautiful. Our black means nothing. You're not important. That's why we're gonna continue to kill you. And by her just showing the Lion King to her eyes, her vision, it's just amazing. It's just so surreal to see how far she's come, how far she's grown as an artist. And how much she's not doing anything for the church. She's not doing anything for the popularity aspect. She's doing it because she wants to help our people. She's doing it because she's showing everyone how black as fuck she is. And people may have a problem with her doing this now, but at the end of the day, when did you want her to do it? You was upset when she wasn't talking about black issues, but now you're upset that she's talking about black issues. So now you feel like she's using black culture, but she's been black. I'm confused. Like, she's in an aspect where she doesn't need anything. She wants for nothing. Her kids with nothing. She wants for nothing. She's a legend. She's an icon. She's a trailblazer. And she's just continually upping herself, putting herself more and more up there with the grades. And I'm sorry, but she's past the grades. She's at a level that no one can be in. That no one, dead or alive, can reach. And it's amazing to see. It's amazing to be in this world, living in this time with an artist that is just so impactful, that is just so groundbreaking, so trailblazing, so woo-woo. You can do this, but let me show you how to really do this, so you can really make some income out of this, so you can really be that bitch, so you can really live in your excellence. She's taking her own advice. If you feel insignificant, because we're doing something way bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than the pictures they paint us to see. But now I see it, and it's no secret. Because if you feel insignificant, you gotta think again. Come on, like. I've never seen anyone, filmmaker, anything, put something together like this. Visual albums, done. I'm sorry, but Lemonade was good. Lemonade was that girl. But I'm sorry, but Lemonade comes second to this. Like, first it was Beyonce, and that was done wonderfully, but it wasn't cohesive. Then she came out with Lemonade, and that told a story. Now she came out with this. This is a film. This is This is a story, top of a story, on top of a story. Like, we made The Lion King. Who does that? Who fucking does that? Like, stop playing with my girl. I'm scared for myself. I'm scared for her to see what she's gonna do next. And it's the way that she was promoting this. Yeah, she had to because Disney, you know, gave her that money to promote. But at the end of the day, like, she produced it. She directed it. She wrote it. She started it. She's getting those royalties. She's making sure that you cannot take my art. This is mine. So this is what it is. You're giving me this money. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my art. You don't have to tell me what you want me to do. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I love it. I love that she's in a position that she's in to do that. And I hope a lot of other artists are able to get in that position to do that. Thank you for listening to Kimmy with the She's channel. Thank you for supporting me. Hit me up on Facebook at Kim Holder, and hit me up on Instagram, Mr. Holder, and let me know if you want to collaborate. Let me know what you think about these episodes that I'll be putting out. Let me know if you want me to talk about something else. Like, let me know. Just let me know. Hit me up. Thank y'all again. This was episode 56 of Kimmy with the She's channel. Laters.